Hello and welcome to another Project Falcon Punch end of year deliberations video. I'm your host Dan, and with me today I have JakeyDaRocker, or Jak.
Yeah, Jak's easier to say. I actually hate my username, so Jak works.
Okay, Jak, how has your year been? How would you summarize 2016 for yourself?
2016 was alright. It was like nothing special. Like 2017 is looking to be a lot better with all the releases we're going to be getting, but I mean 2016 wasn't terrible.
Yeah, like you say, that there's more games I'm looking forward to in 2017. I thought there was more games I enjoyed in 2015, but 2016 was fine. Like in terms of video games, I feel like it was okay. Big year for VR, and I didn't really get into that, so I don't know about yourself if you like got into VR at all.
No, I didn't. I mean, like, it's something I want to get into eventually, but VR right now is kind of like just an early adopters thing, I feel like, and maybe like around Gen 2 or something. Once the tech gets cheaper, maybe I'll jump on the bandwagon.
It's too expensive for me right now anyway, so that's kind of why another reason why I've not jumped on. I guess we'll just go straight into it then. What is your number 5 pick for 2016?
Number 5, this was like extremely hard to choose because it's number 5, and that's like, I guess, the worst on this list. But my number 5 is actually Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix. This was actually the first Rhythm Heaven game I played, so it was kind of like, I knew about the series before this game, but this was the first one I actually got to play. I will say, like, it was the best mini games from all the games combined, but it was like very slow because it had a story to it, which made it feel like really tedious to progress through all the mini games. And the previous games didn't have that kind of structure. Like, now I played what's the Wii one called? Rhythm Heaven Fever, I think? Or over there it's called like Rhythm Paradise, right?
Yeah, Rhythm Paradise, yeah, that's for some reason, I don't know why.
It's definitely not the best Rhythm Heaven or Rhythm Paradise in the series, but I think it's a great introduction. But yeah, that's definitely my number 5. It definitely made my top 5. I really enjoy rhythm games, and it's such a unique take on the rhythm genre that how couldn't I put it on this list?
I've only played the original DS one, and I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of rhythm games, so it's something that didn't really click with me personally, and that's the reason why I didn't get the 3DS version, but everyone just is constantly singing its praises.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, but if you're into that kind of game, this is like, definitely pick it up. It's an eShop title. Well, you guys got a physical version, which we didn't.
Yeah, but a bit like Project Zero that came out last year, like, I feel like it was in such limited supply. Again, you never see it in stores at all over here, just because of how limited a retail release it was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people kind of forgot about it.
Do you want to move on to your number 4 pick?
My number 4 was like a really big surprise to me this year. It's Stardew Valley, which released on Steam in February.
Yeah, I've recently downloaded that on the PS4 actually, and it's really addictive.
Because it came out like around the time when like everybody was pretty much giving up on the farming simulator games, even like the devs. They haven't made like any game so far, and then this game comes out of nowhere from like a single guy who basically gives us everything that we've wanted in the Harvest Moon and just farming simulator genre of games in general, and he gives us everything we've wanted. And I don't know, it's games like that have always been just kind of like I don't want to say guilty pleasure, but you know, I've always really enjoyed them. It makes me even more excited for the future of this game because apparently he's gonna add like multiplayer, and there's gonna be more content with updates and stuff. So yeah, Stardew Valley is really good.
This also like mixes into like Rune Factory sort of like style gameplay as well, doesn't it? Like has like the combat sections that like, the traditional Harvest Moon doesn't, which I think is pretty cool.
It's more like Rune Factory, I think, than Harvest Moon, but it's kind of like a hybrid of the two, which is really nice. Like they found that perfect mesh of the two.
Yeah, what would you say is your like biggest hook? Because I feel like that whenever I play Stardew Valley, it's like I want to do everything, but that game just there's not enough time in the day, and it sounds like real life that you want to do fishing, or do you want to dedicate to going mining, building relationships, or farming. Like what for you was the one that like you enjoyed doing the most?
Usually I enjoy like building relationships in those games, but in Stardew Valley I really tried to focus on my farm and try and make like the best farm I could. I liked everything about the game, but I really enjoyed the farming aspect.
Like it was simple to get into, but it was definitely one of those games that was hard to master, if you know what I mean, like to actually know everything about the game and know exactly the hidden depths to the game. It's just really simple to actually get into.
Yeah, it was like as simple as you wanted it to be or as complex as you wanted it to be. So it was really a game for anybody.
Right, okay, moving on to your number 4. Number 4, we've already done number 4. What's your number 3?
Number 3 is, now that I'm looking at this, I should have like ranked this higher, but my number 3 is actually Pokemon Moon, or Sun and Moon, I guess.
I'm guessing so you went for Moon.
Yeah, I went for Moon. It seemed like everybody went for Moon. I only know like 1 or 2 people that got Sun.
I got Sun.
Oh, okay, there we go. That's like 3 people. But yeah, this Pokemon Sun and Moon, this is like the first Pokemon game I've been able to actually get into for like years now. I haven't played since like Gen 2, just because I felt like all the Pokemon games they didn't really try anything new, so I don't know, I just didn't feel any need to try them. And then with Pokemon X and Y, they were kind of switching it up. They were in 3D. It was exciting. I tried Pokemon Y and I was like, it kind kind of disappointed me. And then Sun and Moon was announced, and at first I was like, I'm probably not going to pick it up because it's probably going to be just like X and Y. I'm just going to get bored with it again. It's going to be more of the same. But they switched up the whole Pokemon formula, basically.
Yeah, they changed a lot of things, like the HMs. They got rid of that, which was, I've been longing for that since like Gen 3. One of the cool things I always wanted them to introduce earlier in generations was different forms for different regions, which I think is really cool. Like, oh, you get an ice Sandshrew. Like, that's really cool. Like, I want more of that from other generations as well.
Like, I thought it was really cool because, like, you know, even like Gen 1ers, I guess, if you want to use that term, can get excited about this game because it's like, you know, new forms of their favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, definitely. An important question I always want to ask when I talk about Pokemon, what was your team that you went with in the game?
It's been a little while since I last played the game.
I'll put you on the spot.
I went with Litten as my starter, Poliwrath, I think, and then I had, I'd have to go get my 3DS. I can't remember everybody out of my team.
That's fine, it's fine.
It's been so long. You put me on the spot. Oh, I had a Raichu. Basically, I had a lot of the Alolan forms.
Yeah, I chose the Raichu as well.
Yeah, how can't you? It's a surfing Raichu. They, like, actually acknowledge that in, like, a main series Pokemon game. One thing I want to mention about Pokemon Sun and Moon is the story actually plays a huge role in this game compared to other Pokemon games, I felt like. And it was actually really, for a Pokemon game at least, it was a very compelling story. And, you know, I got attached to the characters. It wasn't just about catching them all and battling the gym leaders, or in this case, the Kahunas or whatever.
Yeah, I like the interesting twist on, like, traditional bad guy team. This time with Team Skull, like the fact that they weren't trying to be, like, super serious, take over the world. They were completely they were dumb. They were idiots.
Yeah, nobody cared. Nobody took them seriously.
No, and then, like, bait and switch at the end, like, that there are actually other bad guys. Like, the team of this game is not actually the main antagonist. So I think that was really cool.
No, yeah, the story was handled really well, I think, compared to past Pokemon games.
Yeah, I totally agree. Do you want to move on to what you put down for your number 2 for 2016?
I don't know if I want to say this because I saw some of your tweets about what you were saying about this game a little while ago.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
My number 2 is Paper Mario Color Splash.
Yeah, okay. This is a positive video, so I'll just stay quiet.
Come on, keep it positive. I don't know, I just really liked it. Like, I understand all the hate it got.
Yeah.
The combat system, for example, it's flawed, but it's vastly improved from Sticker Star.
Yeah, I can totally agree with that. And I'll be honest, the more I'm playing with it, the more I'm enjoying the combat, genuinely, because I feel like you've got a more wider variety of cards to choose from.
How far are you in the game?
I've just got the second paint star.
I will say that's like the point where I started to fall in love with the game.
Yeah.
The beginning of the game, I was just kind of like, this is more a Sticker Star. But once you get into the game, the charm of the game really starts to show.
Yeah.
The story and writing is like exactly what I've wanted from a Paper Mario game ever since, I guess, Thousand Year Door. Or I guess Super Paper Mario is pretty good too. But
I do genuinely think the writing in this game is the best in the entire series. I think it's so sharp and witty.
And that's the thing. Even though all the NPCs are Toads and there's no like unique NPCs, I don't know if you've gotten to some of the more unique Toad NPCs, but they've actually managed to make like some of the Toads feel like completely unique characters, and they don't seem like just all copy and paste Toad characters.
I'll be honest, not yet. The disappointing thing for me was there's the old wide sage Toad. Go and see him. Okay, we'll do. It's just the yellow Toad. Like, he hasn't got a beard or anything. I know exactly what you mean. Like, he's written in a really cool way in terms of the character, but visually, it's just a Toad, and sometimes, for me, it was hard to distinguish between them.
It's more in the writing I'm talking about. Like, in their writing, you're like, oh, you know, he's the old wise Toad, or later on you meet a Captain Toad, and...
Oh, you meet Captain Toad?
Oh, no, I meant like a pirate Captain Toad. Sorry to disappoint you. Oh, no. It came out at a really good time for me where I just kind of needed a game like this to relax to and get lost in. You know, laugh at the funny dialogue, get lost in the beautiful visuals. It's not a perfect game. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I will say this game, it actually makes me excited for the future of the Paper Mario series. I feel like they'll learn from Sticker Star and this game and kind of build upon that and make something even greater.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm still like optimistic with the franchise, and I would still play another Paper Mario game. That's the only thing about Color Splash for me, is it has potential. All right, okay then. Well, Jak, what is your favorite game of 2016?
I was going back and forth on this forever because I can't pick favorites because it's like against my code, but I guess if I had to pick, Kirby Planet Robobot would probably be my favorite game that came out this year, or as I like to call it, Kirby Planet Robobo.
It's a real mouthful.
Like, this game was just everything a sequel should be. Like, this was what Galaxy 2 was to the original Galaxy. Like, they took what they had with Triple Deluxe and they just built upon it and, like, perfected it, I felt like, with this game. And I love Kirby. It's more Kirby. What's not to love?
I've not played this game, but I do like the Kirby games, and this looks like a really cool twist because you get into mechs and stuff, don't you? Like, just lay waste to everything.
Yeah, like with Triple Deluxe, it was the Hypernova like ability that was the big gimmick, and that kind of got tedious after a while because it was just the same thing. You had like the Hypernova ability, you could like suck up everything you wanted to. But with this game and the mechs have their own copy abilities, and it makes them feel unique each time you get a mech. Whereas when I got the Hypernova Kirby in Triple Deluxe, I was just like, this again. But in Robobot, like, I'm excited to get a mech. They feel unique every time you get one because you can use copy abilities with them, or I don't know, they just do so much with them.
I know Kirby's traditionally like fairly easy. And what would you say on terms of scale of difficulty? Would you say this game is?
It's like typical Kirby difficulty. Like if you play Triple Deluxe, it's like same amount of difficulty.
Because I always feel like Kirby games are easy to beat, like really easy to beat. But if you want to get all the collectibles, they can actually be really challenging. I feel like that's the unique spin, I guess, on Kirby games. Is like if you want a challenge in Kirby, I find that getting the collectibles is a pretty good way to go.
Like going back to what we were saying about Stardew Valley, this game is just like that. It can be as simple as you want it, or it can be as complex as you want it if you want to collect everything. There's also like the true arena and stuff, which is like really difficult, which is like boss rushes and stuff. So there is challenge there if you want it.
Well, thanks for coming on, Jak, and joining us here. Where can people check you out if they want to find you on your YouTube and Twitch and Twitter?
I do a bunch of YouTube videos on my channel, JakeyDaRocker 13. I do a variety of Let's Plays with my co-host, I guess, whose name is Lev. I also do a bunch of like scripted videos where I talk about just my general opinions on various video game topics and stuff like that.
Game instruction manuals.
Yeah, that was my most recent video, so if you want to kind of see what my content is like, you can check out that video, and that's what you could expect from my content.
You often stream like on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm trying to make streaming a more regular thing because I like the community aspect of it. I like being able to interact with people. As opposed to YouTube videos, you kind of have to make the video and then wait for comments, and then you can reply to your community.
Thanks for joining us again, and yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, have a great 2017. There's a lot of cool stuff to look out for.
Off the top of your head, what game are you most looking forward to for next year?
Can I just say everything on the Switch?
Okay, yeah, you can do. The Switch. There you go. That's the...
But no, a more serious answer is Persona 5. I'm really into the Persona series.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us, Jak.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was really fun.